Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is Taurus and Scorpio sitting in a tree, Kissing, for the month of November and a little bit of December. For some of the public readings I've been doing, the energy's been kind of stretching out, depending on the situation, almost to spring. So, just be aware, things are changing. Even though it feels like they are not, they are. I know it feels like you're walking through mud right now, but keep going. Kick the mud off and keep going. Taurus, you're being stubborn. Let's start there. You're being stubborn. You ain't giving an inch. Oh, poor Scorpio. Taurus, what are you doing? Y'all are being just right down stubborn. You ain't giving up nothing. All right. Some of you all have broken up and gotten back together. Some of y'all are still broke up. Yeah, the cards are indicating that. All right, so we're going to do 2 for overall energy, 3 for the recent past, 3 for current energy, and 3 for future energy. And I will let the oracle cards fall where they will. Taurus, shadow, overall energy, shadow, and the heart chakra. Let me stop. Let me do my housekeeping. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. I appreciate you so much. If you have not subscribed, if you have not liked, please do so. I'm doing personal readings from now until, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet, but indefinitely for $20. That's going to change. I just don't know when it's going to change, so you might want to get up on that sooner rather than later. Okay, I'm done. Let me get to this reading. Shadow, let me talk about that. Taurus shadow has been showing up in a lot of Taurus readings. And it's really, the energy is not any different for this reading. It's coming back the same, that you guys need to, I'm going to pull up, something going on. Some of y'all need to deal with, what do you want to call it? The dark side, the real side, whatever it is, y'all need to get with it and deal with it. Something is going on with Tauruses, and it's really, the universe is really asking us, as I say, the universe, look what falls down. The universe is really asking us to get over things that we are fearful of. We are not going to be able to go through these next 6.5 years, which is about the rest of the time that Uranus is going to be floating around in our sign, if we don't start dealing with our fears and facing up to shit that makes us uncomfortable, for lack of a better phrase or word. From the bottom of this deck, Shadow is pulling the 4 of Wands, and the heart chakra, I love, is pulling the Lover's card. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Make sure nothing is stuck. So, for your recent past, disruption is pulling the Princess of Wands. Victory and success is pulling the 9 of Wands. Obstacles and challenges is pulling the Wheel of Fortune. For your current energy, sacral chakra, I want, is pulling the Hermit. Foundation and achievements, Taurus, this is your centerpiece, and your challenge card is pulling the Empress. Transformation, at the end of your current energy, is pulling the Queen of Coins. Future energy, third eye chakra, I see, is pulling the 7 of Coins. Conflict and defeat is pulling the King of Wands, and the universe is pulling the Princess of Cups. Oh, boop, boop. Taurus is just being right stubborn. Period. End of discussion. Not trying to hear nothing. Wow. Okay, Scorpio. Let me holler at y'all for a minute before I jump in this. Taurus is trying to keep this. If I was reading this reverse, it would be about messy, possessive shit. Taurus is really trying their best. More than the possessive, they're really trying not to be messy. I just did Taurus and Pisces. And some of the same kind of energy, it showed up very differently, but it's the same kind of energy. The King of Coins was the overall for Taurus in that reading. And it's the feeling of wanting to make sure things are done right. And this is about transformation for Taurus. For a lot of Tauruses, they may have been doing just some shit their way, not necessarily a wrong way, just their way, and trying to incorporate what they've been doing into what we should be doing. They're trying to keep it from getting messy. If they're saying crazy shit to you, that's probably because they're trying not to become possessive. Tauruses can be that way. If they're asking you a whole lot of crazy ass questions, that's where that's coming from. Taurus is trying to reorganize. All Tauruses are on some level, somewhere, some cellular level. All Tauruses are trying to just change. And that's the purpose of Uranus in our sign. The last time Uranus was in Taurus was in 1932, I believe, which was years, almost 100 years ago, if you think about it. So if you think about things that happened right after 1932, we got into a world war, but behind that, things that we take for granted now, like air conditioning. Air conditioning didn't come around to the late 40s, early 50s. I promise you, I live in the desert. Whoever thought of air conditioning, thank you so much. I'm so humble and I'm so grateful, because there are days I would literally be dead without the heat. Understanding that kind of innovative energy coming behind Uranus being in a sign for 7 years tells you the power of what it can do. With that said, for some Tauruses, it's going to take more shaking than others. So here we come back to your reading, Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus, I'm through talking Scorpio. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to digress. But really, Taurus, this is where we are right now. It's some shit. If you want to get here, I can't make this no plainer. This is your overall energy. You're trying to get here. The thing you trying not to do is be here. But you have to do this to get this. And I feel like some of y'all are trying to figure out the shortcut. Do I not have to look at myself in the morning and tell myself I love myself every day? I know I love myself. That is so not practical. I hear you, Taurus, but yeah, that's where we are right now. We are right back to basics. The King of Swords is not on here, but yeah, it's back to business, square one type business. And that requires, because again, and you feeling this is really what you're trying to do. You're trying to figure this shit out, and this is a big energy on top of you. But in order to get that, you got to be here talking to yourself and shit, trying to work some shit out. This is not bad. I don't know why everybody is just like, I don't rather talking. Yeah, but it's good. It's good to change. I am the queen of don't change it, leave it like it is. If it ain't broke, don't damn it, don't fix it. That is my motto all day, every day. But I wouldn't be sitting here doing this right now. Whether you like it, don't like it, know it, don't know it. I wouldn't be sitting here right now if I did not just jump out and take a leap of faith. I can't tell you how rewarding it is talking to people, being able to help them work through whatever it is. Not only is it a gift to me and for me, I have to give it back. And that's a wonderful thing. But I promise you, August of 2018, this was not on my mind. I promise you it wasn't. I was into something else, doing something else, wasn't thinking about doing this. It's those changes. And I'm here because I had to do this shit too. I don't lie, I'm still doing it. I don't like it. I don't want to be talking to myself in the middle of the night like, Ellen, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But I want to be here with my partner. It's not, there's no mistake. I love the Lover's card. And see, behind all of that, you trying to get to that, you're also thinking about what sacrifices do I need to make for this relationship. If you're in it already, if you're just getting in it, either way, you're trying to figure out what sacrifices do I need to make for this relationship. I love, therefore, what am I giving up? What am I moving away from, and what am I moving towards? This is the bottom end of your overall energy. Looking at the recent past, some folks was making some changes and it caused some disruption to the life of the Taurus. Fire energy. So you may have had to travel. It's something that pulled you away from your Scorpio lover. And it caused some issues, and it may have been vice versa. It might have been a Pisces going somewhere for a job, maybe moving, waiting on you, that type shit. This is in the recent past. It wasn't easy energy to deal with. Some of you may still be dealing with it, you know, standing there looking at the map like, when am I going to get a chance to go and get to where you are? That kind of energy, I miss you a lot energy. For others of you, just the beginning of the relationship may have caused a major move, and you guys are struggling with this. Yeah, it's successful, but damn, heads on fire. All kind of shit going on. This is action. Your mind just from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. The point here, Taurus, for you is that even though you've got the success, there's no reason to blow it all out of proportion. Yes, stressful, yes. Uncomfortable, yes. Got all of that. But you're successful. So even now, I feel like some of you are just still holding on to the struggle, kind of that stubborn shit. Let it go. Let it go. It's over. You made your decision. You're doing what you want to do, I hope. So there's no reason to keep going back over it. There may have been some things that went on that cost you extra money. People may have fucked up like they do, screwed up your account and 3 other people. It happens. It happens. But don't let that ruin your good thing. Right there. At the end of the recent past, yes, that was a wheel of fortune. And yes, more obstacles and more challenges. You don't bring two things together. And it feels like for this, and however this is resonating, I'm sure I'm not talking to everybody. Eat the fish, leave the bones. But for those that this is resonating with, it feels like you were here and you had to bring it here. So somebody was living on this side of town, the other person was living over here. Y'all wasting time, gas, money, and some other shit going back and forth. So it feels like a decision was made somewhere in the recent past to do this, to get together. There's your Wheel of Fortune moment. And yeah, moving in together. That brings its own little set of obstacles and challenges. Hopefully you guys kept walking forward and didn't get stuck in your current energy. You got what you want, I want. Now some of you are taking the time, and this is major energy, this is major arcana. Some of you are taking the time to step back. You aren't lost, you aren't confused, you're not regretful about the decision that you made, but you're in hermit mode because this is a new situation. So towards some of you, and this could be Scorpio as well, some of y'all are just kind of like, you know what, let me just get over here in the corner for a minute, get a beer, and think about some shit. And it's nothing bad with this. Whichever one of you is going through this, if not both of you, the one that's not going through it, if it's just one of you, don't feel like this, the Taurus or the Scorpio, whichever, is isolating you. That's not the point here. They're not trying to isolate you. They have what they want. And this is not the beginning. That ain't 0 or 1. That's 2. They know. They got it. Time to process it. That's not a bad thing. You move into towards your centerpiece and your challenge card. That firm foundation and achievements. And that is sitting up under this. I don't know what went on in the recent past. It shook y'all up, whatever it is. And it got you at an emotional, fiery, hot, ragey state. And you got the success, but you're just kind of overblowing whatever situation it is. It feels like you should have let it go when it happened, but for whatever reason you didn't. Don't let that fuck up your self-esteem while you're trying to set up the foundation to the relationship. That's your challenge. Whatever went on, whatever's going on, don't let it get to you about, you know, your own self-worth and your value. It's not that serious. This is major card, so don't let this fuck around and fuck you up with some fuckery. It ain't like that. It doesn't have to be like that. You're here. You got it. Whether you see it or not. You might still have boxes sitting in the middle of the living room right in front of the front door. But you're here. take a moment. Back it up. Take a moment. Think about it. Process it. Just saying. That's your challenge. To keep it sitting upright, just like this. It's not sideways, not upside down, and you all in your feelings and, oh, my self-esteem, and I don't know why this person loves me. Don't go there. Don't go there. Whatever you do, don't go there. You got it. And again, that ain't no 0 or 1. That's a 4. So y'all are making progress. Well on your way. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. That's your challenge for the next month, and not to be so stubborn, Taurus. And I think I started to, when I was shuffling the cards, I was saying y'all kind of stuck. Don't be so stubborn. And whatever this is, it got you all twisted from the recent past. Let it go. Don't be so stubborn and clingy and holding on to some shit that's not going to benefit you one way or the other. At the end of this, yes, you don't want to get messy and possessive. Don't start asking everybody a bunch of million questions about some stupid shit because you're not sure and you're trying to be in control of the situation. Trust. That's what I wrote right up there at the top of that card. Trusting. Yeah, Taurus, that's you. It's time for you to be trusting. You don't have to let this situation get messy. You don't have to get possessive because you're not certain of what the future's holding. Be you. That's the Queen of Taurus, Queen of Coin, Queen of Pentacle. That's the Queen. Be you. Take care of your money. Take care of your home. Nurture where you can. And go through the transformation. It's happening anyway. It's going to happen anyway. So just do the things that you do well. That loyalty and the commitment and the taking care of the house and making sure everybody good. Do that. So it'll allow you to go through the transformation without you just being hell-bent, bound, and determined. Taurus, I know you're stubborn. I'm a Taurus. I know you are. Let some of that go when you get to your future energy. Your intuition. Use it, Taurus. You got it. Use it. It will help you as you start trying to achieve those goals. This is Taurus energy all day long. As you start trying to nurture, I just said that, the relationship, and that you're coming from the Queen in your current energy and going to the 7, it means you're going back. Because in order to maintain King or Queen status, work has to be done. Period. Continue to nurture the relationship, even though it may look like it's just still boxes in front of the front door. Y'all been there 3 months already. Continue to nurture the relationship. As other things shake themselves out, things begin to settle down, which will probably put you closer to the beginning of January, the middle of January. Continue to do what you do. Plants still got to be watered. Relationship still has to be nurtured. Conflict and defeat that you may think you're feeling. Again, this is about your confidence. I know this is the player card, but that's not the energy right here. Let's go back to your centerpiece. If things, and it feels like Taurus is really just trying to dominate and control, not because they want to dominate and control, but this is almost like a security mechanism. I need to know everything that's happening for the next 9 days so that I can focus on what I'm trying to do. That usually comes about when you are in a situation where you're uncertain. For instance, you're living in a new neighborhood. You don't know what the neighbors on either side of you are doing. Or you're in a new apartment building. And you're already seeing some people looking at you like you were strange with some change. I'm just saying, don't let this shake you. It's a new environment. Shit is not going to be like it was 6 months ago, 10 years ago, whatever the case may be. Don't let that shake you. That is sitting there on top of him. There may be a tendency in the future to be feeling like you conflicted and defeated because shit's not moving as fast as you want it to move. It's not necessary for you to lose your sexy swag on craziness, Taurus. I'm just saying. It's not. When you get to the end of this, you have the knowledge. This is a level of completion as well. Taurus, you got the knowledge, you got the resources, you got everything that you need to make this relationship go the way that you want it to go and to manifest the type of things that you need to. You may, however, a Scorpio, you may need to put some emotional distance on it. And even though this is water energy, this is really talking about you, Taurus. You may need to get like your Pisces, or not your Pisces, I'm sorry, your Scorpio, all these water signs, and put some emotional distance on it. Conversations in the future may be from your Scorpio going, Taurus, why are you so caught up in this? Why are you feeling like that? Why are y'all in your emotions? What's up? You may need to put some emotion. You may need to get like your Scorpio and put some distance on whatever things are that are bothering you. It just seems like it's just day-to-day operational type shit. And just because there's a plethora of planetary activity going on, it's just agitating the fuck out of you. So Taurus, you know, again, when we don't understand why things are going the way they're going, or when we can't see the path to the end or the completion of something, finishing moving, getting moving, whatever the case may be, we get very dictatorial. That's just kind of in us, and we have a tendency, shit gets messy and possessive because we want to control every damn thing in sight. Taurus, you're here. You're here. Keep your head up. There's nothing going on around. This is nothing about anybody cheating or manipulating or anything. It's just about going through the change and understanding the sacrifices you make for love. Hello, heart chakra. Take care of your heart, Taurus. Everything is not right now. Some things need to unfold organically. And again, you may need to take this time out. And it's not that you're trying to separate yourself from your Scorpio. You just may need the time out. Take a step back. Evaluate where you are, where you've come this year. You're at the end of the year damn near, so you may as well go ahead, turn around, take a look. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for you, Taurus and Scorpio, for November and December. Hang in there with your Taurus, Scorpio. In the mood of poor earth sign, it's just tired. It's just tired of changing right now. But hang in there. Things will settle down. May not be right away, but they will eventually settle down. Give your Taurus the space they need. And Taurus, take the space, take this time you need to get yourself together. That's how that's going with you. It may not be moving. It might be something else. It might be a new baby. It could be a bunch of things. But whatever that big change is, flow with it. Don't fight it. Flow with it. Let's see what we got. Walk it off. Call on your runners, mentors and role models. Clear the past. Be grateful. But dang. So Taurus, you're getting all frustrated on some shit. Walk it off. Walk it off. There's no sense in trying to fuss at everybody and, you know, getting all just, I'm the boss and we're going to do it. Walk it off. Take 5 minutes and just walk around the house, walk around the house outside or inside, or go to the basement and walk up to the attic. Walk it off. Some things that you want to get upset about are not worth getting upset about, and it's not going to do anything but just make you feel worse. Call on your runners. Y'all know them people, them little angel fairy type folks that go out in front of you. You ask them to smooth the way for you, to help you get through whatever that is. It's okay to do it. Promise you it works. Mentors and role models. Those of you that are newly married, that's what rang in my head when this card hit the table. You don't know what you're doing. Call that auntie, that grandmama, that uncle, that grandpa, the dad, the mom, whoever, so they can help you work through this. It feels like a lot of you, this is marriage. You really have gone on to the next level. For others of you, you're on the brink of this. Call on mentors and role models, people that have been through this before. If it's not the full commitment, if it's just moving in together, find your friends that's been living together for years and years. Talk to them, because they've got some gems and some jewels for you that will help you while you're trying to go through all these changes and get things together. Clear the past. Don't let shit be a trigger from some old shit. You triggering and going off and bent around the bend on some dumb shit from something that happened 10 years ago, 5 days ago, 6 months ago, whatever the case may be. Don't do it. Clear the past. Make peace with it and clear it. There's no need to hang on to anything, especially if you're in a relationship with your Scorpio, whom you love so much. Y'all hear me? Clear the past. Don't let old things trigger you and cause problems in this relationship. Be grateful, because us folks is doing far worse, I promise. Be grateful for what you have, and with that, I'll say also be humble. But definitely be grateful, be thankful. This is the time of the year for that. Thanksgiving, ain't it? It won't hurt to say one extra just because you're in something that you are happy with, Taurus, with your Scorpio. Blink, blink, blink. Be grateful. I'm going to leave it here, Taurus and Scorpio. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good reading, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.